believe you fucking assholes, huh?
Oh, but if it's for sport, like, I'm like, fuck, now I feel back in the corner. Shit. I answered too quick.
But wouldn't it be way worse if you were just like, oh yeah, I'll beat the fuck out of a chick for free? Wouldn't that be way worse?
I can't believe you have a fucking price tag on it. Is the thing.
My bad.
All right, dude.
It's supposed to be never.
I heard $10,000.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alex, freestyle about Nick's stupid face. Here we go.
Yo, my man's Nick.
What?
Why you look like that? Why you breathe like that?
What?
Why you think like that?
Yeah.
You need a change.
Huh.
You need some milk.
Huh.
You need an orange.
What?
Go work on yourself.
Ooh.
Bars.
Those are very, like, not very specific, but it still hurt.
The more factual ones kind of hurt.
I was like, these are all true.
You didn't call him stupid.
I do need to drink
you didn't
milk.
Talk about where he came from.
Yeah, I do need to drink milk. There's more vitamin D in me, bro.
You
know
need
what
a
I'm saying?
focus, huh? You haven't started your website yet,
No.
huh? You said you were going to do an online program, but you never did it yet, huh?
What happened
Your
to
daddy's
Nick
up in
Academy,
another
huh?
country. What?
Just normal, like the deepest
Deep
fucking
cut,
cut.
bro.
Just
The
your
real-
daddy hates you.
Hey, all the first ones, not true, but the last one, I was like, oh, my dad. Oh, my dad. My dad is in Taiwan. What the fuck? Shout out to my dad if you listening. Pops, get the fuck out of here, bro. Stay your ass in Taiwan, bro.
Yes. He probably is listening to this, and he's very sad right now.
Nah, he cool. He gets it. He knows.
Oh, he gets it. I
He knows
hate
his
him.
place. He knows his place.
Yeah,
Bad.
you know your place in another country.
Have you
gook.
been to Taiwan yet or no?
Nah.
Oh, I've been to Taiwan, dude.
Is it
I
cool?
haven't
or-
Dude, food is hella fire.
I watch David's vlogs, and I feel like I've been to Taiwan.
Oh, let me tell you something. Though that video is really hard to shoot.
That video was really cool. Those videos, that video series you did, very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That could have been some online.
Gilbert liked it because right when I got my camera, Gilbert's like, all right, whatever you need to do, just get whatever David had in this video so our videos look like this.
I carried like literally 40 pounds of equipment with me everywhere I
Damn.
went. And I shot like that so we were there for about 2 weeks. I shot all that content within 4 days.
Wow.
But those 4 days, I don't remember any of it because I only was shooting through the lens. So what I remember is the video that I shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a theme with David here. And
What
it's
is-
like when he does something, he forgets about all of it. Like he just does, you don't remember things. Because I think you're just so wrapped up
But
in
no,
it.
that's true because I just recently went to Disneyland like last weekend or whatever, and I brought my camera. And maybe honestly, like I got some cool pictures, but I only took a little bit because like maybe an hour in, I was like, man, I kind of want to just enjoy this. Like, you know, I don't want to like
because it does become work, right?
Well, yeah, but then it's just like you're not focusing on what you're doing. You're focusing like, all right, let me take pictures and video.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. When we all started vlogging on YouTube years ago, right? Every event that we did and everything that we were doing was based on what we could shoot. So when we would go on vacation, it's like, oh, what are we gonna shoot? There was a point too where I remember Bart was this motherfucker. We're having dinner and he goes, oh, wait. Can you say that joke again so I can record it? And I literally looked at him, I was like, fuck you, dude. No. Are you insane? But it started to become like that where everybody was just whipping out their camera, which I'm actually perfectly fine with.
Yeah.
It's just you just have to read the room a little bit
Yeah.
and then kind of know what's going on. If we're having fun and we just started dinner, let's record.
Yeah.
Well, in the middle of stuff, we're having a great conversation and you're trying to stop the conversation so we can redo a joke
Yeah.
for the camera. Now we have a problem.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, okay.
I'm all for that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
all about
No,
content at the end
but
of
I
the day.
felt
Oh
that
my
like
God,
right.
really? Because when have you ever put up content, you fucking
I'm
loser?
working on
You
it,
don't
bro.
put up content.
Yeah. Your daddy not here.
Hey, we already said that, bro. New shit. Come on, man.
Your sister in Florida.
That pug that you guys have don't love you.
Oh, no, I know you lying, bro.
Your dog be watching TV when you out the house.
Oh, he do be doing
Hey, my
that.
boy Baxter, dude.
Bro, my boy Baxter getting old, bro. I can tell.
Oh man, he's gonna die soon, man.
I think about that shit, dog.
Baxter finna die.
Low key, that's been the bane of my existence recently. I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, bro, my dog is getting
have
old.
you ever had a dog die on you?
Yeah, I did. I had a golden retriever die on me when her name was Coco. She was like the childhood dog. R.I.P. to Coco. I remember that's the hardest I've ever cried in my life. I think I was in like 4th grade, bro.
How old was the dog?
She was like 13, 14.
Oh, it's
That's
pretty old
good
for a
for a
big
golden
dog.
retriever,
yeah.
for a big dog.
Unfortunately, I've lost like 9 or 10
Yeah,
in my
don't
life.
ever get an animal, bro.
Low key, honestly,
How you
once my
No.
dog passes away, I don't know if I'll be like emotionally ready to get another dog.
The thing for us is we got a lot. I think we got a lot of dogs at the same time. So like, and because, you know, my parents were never together, so I had 2 dogs at my dad's house. I had 2 dogs at my mom's house. But then we had like one of the dogs had puppies. So then, like, you know, we kept some, we gave some to friends, and then my brother kept one. So we just had dogs. But like all the Boston Terriers over this time, like the last one literally just passed away last week. My brother put her down because she was like 15 and a half, but she had some sort of like disease where like her fur started coming off and shit. And then
rough,
my grandma's dog, who was part of her litter, passed away like 2 months before that. And then the parents of those dogs passed away just from old age.
Oh, you mean old age? I thought you meant these dogs just be dying, dude.
No, but we did. We had 2.
I'm like, hey, enough,
we had
bro.
2 pass away from like horrible things because one of them's name was Seiko. He was like my absolute favorite.
The watch?
Yeah, yeah, and
Big fans of the watch.
yeah, big fans of watch. He was an American Bulldog, full blood American Bulldog, huge dog, but he loved me. I was the only one that could walk him off leash. He slept in my room every single day, so he's my baby, right? And then so I decided to come out here to visit some family friends for a while, or to visit them a week before we were coming out here for a week. So they were just like, oh, just come out. It's summer. Who cares? Just stay here 2 weeks. But that week, I was supposed to be watching that dog because my brothers and shit were out of town somewhere else. And then my daughters were out of town. So that was my job. But my mom's like, no, just go. It's okay. I'll watch him. It's cool. And remember, this is Arizona in the summer, so it's fucking hot. And this is
Nobody
like,
should be outside.
This is like June where it's like fucking blazing hot. My mom, like I get to California, I'm here for like 4 days. My mom calls me and she's like, hey, what are you doing? I was like, oh, we're just doing some like fun.
What are you doing?
Yeah. And then she was like, all right, well, stop because I have to tell you something, right? And then she told me that Seiko died. And she told me that she got home, she put him outside, she ran upstairs, used the restroom, was upstairs for about 10 minutes, went outside, and he was just laying there dead.
Oh.
So it's like we don't know ever what happened. He either had a heat stroke or something like that, you know, but that one was bad because for me, I was like, I was supposed to be there this week watching him and
That was not 10 minutes. Your mom left that dog outside for hella long.
A little long. But
She's bold-faced lying
We're all
ass,
thinking,
dude. She's like, yeah, I just left him out there for about 2.5 seconds.
But like, you know,
Why are you
he
talking
was
like that, Mom?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Why you list?
You know, for her, it was
lying
it was
list.
a freak accident. She probably was just like, it was only like 10 minutes, but he was a big boy. Like he was big, you know, always slobbering shit. So even if it was like 30 minutes, that's still too long for him, right? It's just too hot. So that one was hard for me because I felt guilty. I was like, man, I was supposed to be here. So I remember when I got home, I went outside because they buried him outside, and I just stayed outside for like 3 hours crying. But the worst one,
It's not your fault.
Yeah, it's not your fault.
the worst one was when I moved here. We had these little fucking they're called like miniature pit bulls. So they have like the body of like a Dachshund, but they have like the head of a
Big
blue
ass
nose
fucking
pit
head,
and
yeah.
shit, right? And her name was Lucy, and she was the sweetest dog. And we were there barbecuing, and she got outside, and so my mom was like, "Hey, Lucy got out," and we weren't tripping because like she doesn't run away or anything. She goes outside, but we both went out front to go get her, and she ran across the street because she was like I was about to say talking to another dog, but she was like sniffing.
What's up? What's up, homie?
Where you been? She was sniffing at another dog, right? And like we were like waved at the lady. She was like, "Oh, she's sweet." She's like, "Yeah, she's cool." Like we're having a conversation, and they're just sitting there sniffing. And this is in Temple City on the main street. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I just start stepping out to walk over there, and like I'm like halfway in the street, and I stop because a car's coming. So I'm waiting, and as I'm waiting, I look at Lucy. She just looks at me and goes to run towards me, and literally just boom, right in front of me. And I just like turn around. I'm like, fuck. And then my mom's just screaming like, ah, right? And like we see Lucy rolling across the street, and then like I'm like, oh, I look at her, I'm just like, oh man. And then she gets up and runs. I'm like, oh fuck. So I like chase after her, and she ran right next to our next door neighbor's house and laid on there, and she was just panting, right? But just bleeding out of her mouth and just
Internal
pooing,
organs, dude.
pooing
All
and
fucked
peeing,
up.
just nonstop poo and pee. And like I was like, my mom's like, pick her up, and I'm like, I don't want to touch her. Like I don't want to hurt her or anything. So we eventually get in the car, but yeah, everything inside of her was completely broken, and they were like, we can try to use surgery, but there is a 99.9% chance that it's not successful. So we had to put her down, but that one was the worst one.
Did you grab the doctor and say, "You fucking save her"?
I know.
Yeah,
no.
fuck. That's when you beat the shit out of the doctor.
We felt so bad though, because that shit literally like right in front of us. Like I was like,
So you can get a dog soon or what?
I want to, bro.
I suggest not.
Yeah, bro. Fuck. What are these stories, man? These
Hey,
bum me
man,
out.
Baxter though, knocking on that heaven's door.
He
real
is, bro.
quick, dude.
He had a good life, bro. He had a good life, and it's like it is at that point where you have to kind of like make peace with it a little bit, like
Yeah.
slowly.
You better get your cries out now, bro.
Hey, last week, bro, your boy was like, because he was like running around and he was just super excited to play with me. He's like 13 now.
And they threw out his back a little bit.
Nah, bro, he started coughing because he just was like so tired and he got too excited. And I was like, oh my God, are you okay? And I was like, I was like, kind of after that, I was like, kind of shook, bro.
You're like, hey, chill, come here.
Yeah, bro. And I was like trying to hold him and shit, but he's a good dog. But let's talk about something else less depressing, bro, because I'm sure your fucking podcast listeners don't want to talk about dead dogs, yo.
Your dog's gonna die.
Hey, watch your fucking mouth, bro.
This is actually why we have you here, Nick.
13 years.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
You've never loved.
If Baxter dies this week, I'm beating all your asses. I'm coming for all you guys.
No, I hope
because
Baxter lives
I got
forever.
pain in
Hey,
my heart, bro.
I'm moving to Arizona. I'm gonna kill a dog. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, no.
I'll balance it out. I'll kill another dog out there. Dog.
I can do a podcast out there.
But no, I feel the same way because I was just in Arizona recently, and we have a dog named Katie. My dad got her like a year before I moved out here, so she's about 9, I think, or 8.5, and she's a big dog, right? And their life doesn't last as long as these small dogs. Yeah. But last time I got this, she has arthritis in both legs, so she like walks like weird and shit. But I'm looking at her, I'm like, damn, Katie's getting old.
That's the thing, man. People don't know, dude. Dogs die, bro.
Yeah.
I've had I've had a couple dogs die, man. And guess
Pussy.
what? Your boy didn't shed a single fucking tear.
Yeah, because you're a heartless little
No,
bitch.
I was like, it's time to go out like a G.
you pour one out for the homies.
And then I poured a 40 on her real quick, and I choked him out real quick, just like, hey, shh.
Yeah.
And they just went in peace like that.
Hey, someone called the cops on this fool, bro.
Yup.
Hey, at least you know. At least you
No,
know.
but
That's
it is-
cool,
cops
bro.
on me. I'm
Hey,
crazy.
I feel
Very
like when you get
introspective,
older
yo.
though, it comes a little easier because you know what comes with it, right? So
I'm lying. I cried my eyes out, dog.
Yeah.
I had a Cocker Spaniel. This fool's name was Victor. Mexican as fuck.
Hey,
Victor. Straight up. Hey, Victor, hurry up, fool.
And he's like, oh, sorry. Eh?
No,
every
it's-
time they talked about their dog, all of a sudden they turn so Mexican. Hey, Victor,
Hey,
come
fool. Ándale, fool, hurry up, man. But he passed away. I think he was 14 and a half years old.
Dang,
English
bro.
Cocker Spaniel. Rest in peace, you
Cocker
stupid
Spaniel.
bitch.
R.I.P.
But I had to
Victor.
take him over to get the lethal shot.
Yeah.
But then I didn't want to watch them do it, so I just dropped them off. I said my goodbyes, and I remember I was on the way home, and I was just like chilling. I'm like, that wasn't so bad. And then a friend calls me, and as I'm driving, and she goes, "Oh, did you drop your dog off today? Was it hard?" I was like,
Hey, ain't that weird, bro?
"Yeah." I was like, "Hey, man, I gotta call you back."
Hey, you'll be hella fine until like someone calls you and you just want to talk about it. And
I'm about to cry right now,
Your voice
dog.
gets shaky. You're like, yeah, no,
Hey,
yeah,
you know what's
I'm
gonna be
good.
crazy? You know what the hardest part for you is gonna be is when you're fine, everything's cool, and you forget that your dog passed away, and then something reminds you of the dog, and then all of a sudden you feel the pain.
Bro, I'm about to cry right now, bro. I'm about to beat all your asses. Stop trying to make me cry, motherfucker.
This guy needs therapy.
Oh, you gonna cry?
A little emotional volatile. Toxic masculinity.
It is weird though. It's like only with dogs, right? Because we've had some cats that passed away, and I'm just like,
I did.
damn.
Hey, you know why though? Because like certain cats, they just don't fuck with you that much.
Oh, you want to hear some shit though? You know, like cats will actually, when they know that they're going to die, they'll hide away. You won't be able to find them because they want to die away from you.
That's because they hate you, bro. They're like, I want this
respect.
motherfucker near me when I die. Let me die peacefully.
Don't you
Shit.
look at me when I'm dying.
That's kind of crazy how like respectful cats are. Kind
Yeah.
They die away from you, which is kind of fucking nuts. So if you have an old cat and you can't find that cat, it's because it went away to die.
But like a lizard, I had a lizard that was a pet, and he died, and I was just like, all right, cool. What do I do with this cage?
But dogs are different. I was chilling in the
dogs,
living room,
man.
Dogs are the best. That's
and
why.
then I heard leaves just kind of scrape over the concrete, and I thought it was a dog running up to me. And I turned around. I remember I was like, fuck, dude. I started crying my eyes out.
Yeah.
And then my dad came up to me and he was like, what a bitch.
He's like, bro, Victor was old, fool.
Yeah,
Chill, fool.
My dad heartless, dude. Was just calling me a bitch and
Bro,
shit.
know what's crazy to me is how people get dogs and they just like go and take them to the parks and dip out and shit.
This podcast is brought to you by Quip, my friends. What if I told you, my friends, that you can get rewarded for brushing your teeth? Sounds crazy, but it's not, because with Quip's smart electric toothbrush, you can get rewards just for the great and good habit of brushing your teeth. And I swear by this, if you use the tech that you have right now to develop great habits, it makes your life better. And look, you're gonna brush your teeth anyways, but do it with the Quip and get rewarded. Gift cards, discounts, and free products from Quip partners. In addition to brush heads, Quip also delivers fresh floss, toothpaste, mouthwash, and gum refills every 3 months from $5. Shipping is free, so you can save money and skip the hustle and bustle of in-store shopping. I hate in-store shopping. Start getting rewards for brushing your teeth today. Go to quip.com/genius right now to save $10 on a Quip Smart Electric Toothbrush. That's $10 off a smart electric toothbrush at getquip.com/genius, spelled GETQUIP.com/genius. Quip, the good habits company.
I'm like, how do you guys do that? Like,
Yeah. Well, they just like leave them.
yeah, they just fucking leave them and shit. I'm like,
Oh, you mean like abandon them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
bro.
I don't know how they.
Well, those
do
people are
shit.
just terrible people, and that's all it is.
Well, you know what happened during pandemic, right? Everybody got a bunch of fucking dogs
Oh, yeah.
because they thought it was a cool idea. And when everybody had to start going back to work because the country started opening up again,
Yeah.
the pounds are fucking impacted with all these fucking dogs.
Yeah, bro. People, not everyone should have a dog, bro.
Having a dog is like having a little infant for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
13 years of it. You got to clean up after them. You have to clean up their shit, their piss, their poo, everything.
Yeah.
And on top of that, too, when you travel, they didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Well, when now I'm traveling, I have to think about who can come here and take care of this dog, who can babysit this dog. It's a whole fucking ordeal.
I love dog sitting, bro.
Me too.
I'm all about it.
All right, you can babysit my dog next time I'm out of town, dude.
will.
Usually when I
I bet
house
you
sit,
would.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. Me and
Yeah.
Alex both will.
yeah,
Perfect.
Yeah.
That dog is super cute.
I used to
Riley-
walk
Riley
dogs,
too.
and like when I would house sit, the houses always had dogs. I fucking love that shit, bro.
Well, Riley's easy. She just pees and poos on a grass pad, and then
lit.
it's next to the toilet. So you just pick up the poop and you throw it in the
I
toilet.
mean, Riley
that's
barely liked me last time I was here, so it's
Riley's
like-
starting to warm up. I think she just takes longer.
It just takes a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has to see. It's like frequency.
Riley-
yeah, she has
Riley-
to see you a couple times.
Riley don't really like Salvadorians though. Just off top.
She liked Tiff.
Did she though?
Tiff is Salvadorian, right?
Yeah,
My wife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife. Who else, bitch?
My
Did she meet Tiff?
Yeah, at the fucking soft serve thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. But there was a baby around. That's different.
What's that mean?
Hey, babies calm.
Because the baby and the dog is close in age.
Yeah, like
fuck with each
they have a
other.
very calming energy.
Bro, there was a
and it just-
pistachio tree next to us. That
Yeah,
shit,
Hey,
that
bro,
shit-
Hey, there was
whatever-
soft serve around, bro.
All I'm gonna
Like,
say
it's
is whatever
different.
flavors were at the last one, that shit
Fire.
was fucking
Yo,
bomb,
that shit
bro.
was bomb, dude.
I fucking went. I looked for David for an hour, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna leave." And then I saw David right at the end. I was like,
Yeah.
"All right, cool."
Dude, I want to tell that story so bad
I know,
on this
but-
pot, but I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so scared.
What happened?
Nah, we'll tell
no,
you
no,
off
no,
air,
no,
but
no.
that's
Give
why I
me
didn't say
spark
it.
notes,
No,
bro.
nah.
Tell me.
You can't
with-
even. No, we can't even give you spark nose, blood.
What the fuck? You guys just jump somebody at the
No,
fucking
no,
soft
no.
serve?
Hey,
you know,
all you need to know
you know
is me-
about the person that I was hiding from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's just say like I can't say it on this podcast because my life would literally be in fucking danger if I did. Like I'm fucked if I
Yeah.
start telling the story. That's how crazy the situation was.
But no,
What you guys up to, bro?
No, but that flavor, that
Chill
shit was
puppies.
so fucking good, dude.
We had a strawberry hibiscus with a lemon cake batter soft serve swirled together with
Crumbs or whatever
with
those.
pistachio.
with a crumble on top. I forgot. Oh, almond crumble
Yeah,
on
that's
top.
what it was.
Oh,
with
man.
kaffir lime leaf dust and mascarpone cheese on the bottom. Tasted just like a strawberry good humor bar.
yeah.
And the thing about like the flavors that you did for this drop, I felt like there was more you too.
Yeah.
Like, it was more like, okay,
We gonna
this
do what we
is-
want.
Yeah. Like this is not just like Asian people like these flavors.
Yeah.
You know, but that shit was bomb though.
No,
bro.
I
They were
ate
both
that
really
shit and
good.
I was like, damn, I feel
I was
like,
like, this is different.
I'm
This
about to look too fat if I go gut another one because I got the Sunday and shit. But I was like, Fuck, that shit was pretty tasty.
I got the sorbet and the sundae. That shit was fire.
This was an idiot. I told him to get the fucking sundae.
Hey, there was no words. I went up and I was like, I'm gonna get the sorbet. And then after I come out, this is how David is. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, you stupid fucking cunt? Why didn't you get the sundae, you piece of shit?
Gaslighting is so bad right now.
But he did post a story saying, "Get the sundae."
Thank
so.
you. This
Bro,
right
I
here.
don't read stories, bro. I don't know how to read. I just tap, 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 tap. And I'm like, you know what? That's
This
not
was
Instagram for
fucking
today.
the beast from fucking Beauty and the Beast. I can't read. Yeah, fucking loser.
Hey, bro, okay, pick it, dog. I
know
I
nothing.
can't read.
Are you guys still just gonna do pop-ups, or do you have a store
Pop-ups,
in
and we're
mind?
planning to, as of right now, we're thinking about opening up a soft serve truck next year.
Ooh.
So your boy is going to be reducing the amount of podcasts next year. It's going to be once a week. It's still going to be really fun. I just got so much shit on my plate. It's already hard to do twice a week as it is right now.
Yeah.
And so we're just going to be working on the soft serve stuff, man. But my man, I heard you on the market right now, ladies. I heard my man heart's open for something.
He took a big deep breath, like, oh fuck.
Nah, I'm chilling for a little while.
Oh, he
bro.
chilling, dude.
Yeah.
But that's what until a fine ass sitch come through.
Yeah,
dude.
well,
My focus right now is fucking we out here grinding, and that's it.
Okay, well, while you grinding,
grinder, you know what I'm
Grinder.
saying?
Nah. Why we grinding?
what if
Shit.
a girl come up? She goes, "I love we out here MMA."
Yeah.
I'll be like, cool.
Hey, that's
hopefully,
bullshit because we have literally 0 female listeners.
I know.
The one
Really?
female listener we have,
Killed herself. What is this?
she's dead. yeah.
It's probably Tiff and my ex, and
That's it.
yeah.
You guys have 0 female listeners?
I'm pretty sure we got 0, bro.
I think Genius Brain is about 40% women, 60% men.
Yeah, you know, we should check that.
I'm pretty sure we have very...
Well, because we did a live stream once, and we had, remember that girl came in and she was talking, and
Who?
I forget, but remember Gilbert was like going back and forth with her. It was
And
funny.
that was once. And that was
I know,
it.
but I actually am
MMA is
curious
not a
about
very
that.
like female heavy sport. As far as,
Sexist,
like,
dude.
Yeah.
I know plenty of women who like it. Megan Fox.
Yeah,
Okay.
Megan Fox.
Yeah, of course. Megan Fox. Cool. All right. What else?
Megan O'Leary.
I'm like,
Laura Senko.
Hey,
Amanda Nunes.
Halle Berry.
Halle
Halle Berry.
Berry.
Shit,
We just named women fighters.
yeah.
Valentina
Shevchenko.
Shevchenko.
Nah, she don't like MMA, bro.
That's right.
She doesn't consume the media. She don't consume the MMA media.
Yeah.
I mean, it's mostly males, right?
Would you ever? Okay, I'm gonna put it to you guys right now. All
right,
right.
so.
There's about $10,000 that you can make, and you have to fight a woman, but she weighs 30 pounds heavier than you. You take this fight, yes or no?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would just beat women, you fucking assholes, huh?
Oh, but if it's for sport, like,
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, now I feel back in the corner. Shit. I answered too quick.
But wouldn't it be way worse if you were just like, oh yeah, I'll beat the fuck out of a chick for free? Wouldn't that be way worse?
I can't believe you have a fucking price tag on it. Is the thing.
Hey, my bad. I answered
All right, dude.
Hey, answer was
Okay.
supposed
to be never.
Hey, I heard $10,000,
Yeah.
and you know your boy was like, shit, whatever I need to
that
do.
much money, bro. Like, let's be real.
Or 10K, and he's like in a new whip.
I'm like, 10K.
I got the Miata, bro. Like,
I'm like, 10K. Okay,
hey,
yeah.
Chris
what?
Brown out here beating up chicks for free.
Now put it on the R&B king, huh?
Hey,
or the
bro,
Prince.
R.
how you?
Kelly.
Okay, look, I was talking to a friend, and he's a very funny guy. We all know him, but I'm not gonna say his name just for other reasons. But I was telling him, I was like, "Hey, you hear Chris Brown? Chris Brown beat up another chick," and he looked at me and goes, "You know, if you beat up Rihanna, you're probably willing to beat up any girl." And I was like, "Wow, I never."
Wait, Chris Brown beat up somebody else again?
like
Like
recent?
recently, yeah.
Really?
I
Oh,
thought you guys.
shit.
I thought you guys knew about.
No.
Did we talk about
how
this?
come
No?
How come he won't stop hitting women?
Exactly, bro. What's
It's a
going
sickness.
on?
It has to be, right? Like, you have to be.
Nah, this dude just crazy.
He just
bro.
like sees a girl's face. He goes, "This shit need a little."
Well,
No,
no,
like, hey,
pops
Chris
up in his
Brown,
head.
here's $10,000. We beat her
I
up.
feel
He
like
goes, nah,
guys like
keep it.
guys
Yeah.
like that are people that haven't had their ass beat yet.
Yeah.
You know? Because like it's like he has like some sort of mental thing where he's so cocky, like
He must have grown up
this
in an
bitch
abusive
needs to be
household.
listening.
Yeah, of course.
This needs to be listening to fucking me, and that's it. It's like, to me in my head, it's like, okay, so you've never had your ass beat, or you had your ass beat way too much,
As a
and the
kid.
only person you can beat up is a female that won't be able to defend themselves
Why
against
Chris Brown
you.
just be smacking people up like that? What the hell's wrong with him, man?
Look it up right now. Just
Make R&B music and fuck bitches,
No,
bro.
and you're actually good at making music.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
just chill.
Always banger after banger after banger. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
He has that one time we heard.
He's like, bang her, bang her.
oh, they keep saying bang her. Okay,
I got it.
Okay, I'll fight her right now.
That's a banger, baby. I got you.
okay. R&B star 32 is alleged to have struck the woman on Friday, 18th of June. San Fernando Valley.
Hey, it was Friday the 18th, though, man. You know what happens on Friday 18th.
Yeah.
Spooky shit.
Yeah, Friday the 18th.
That's crazy.
There was
Scary shit
another
happens, scary
story
shit.
that
Dude,
just came up.
this one chick named Karuchi. You know
Karuchi? He beat up Karuchi?
She was granted a 5-year restraining order against him in 2017. If you get a 5-year restraining order against a guy who happens to be a pop star who's very successful,
But why is it
that
only-
means there's some merit,
Wait,
bro.
why
'Cause
is it
usually-
only 5 years though?
But usually it's,
Yeah, I thought
it's
it just continues.
Yeah.
well, usually it's only like a year, no?
Oh.
But like they're like, oh, so after
5
a year
years
you can
means-
go beat him up again.
Yeah,
Like,
oh yeah, y'all could resume. It's all good.
He's just outside her house with a fucking watch like
Hey,
this.
this a countdown. Hey, his fist like this too. He's like, all right.
He's like, hey, just 2 more hours, motherfucker.
Damn,
Fucking
bro.
wrist all cocked like this.
That Tito
Ooh,
Ortiz hand. He's like, all right.
You see those kids when they're about to hit you because they mad? They,
Stop.
And they're biting their bottom
It's
lip.
like, hey, girl, 2 minutes. I'm fucking ready.
Ooh, in 2 minutes you can
I didn't
get
know
it.
that restraining orders had a time limit.
Yeah,
I thought it was
that's
for
weird.
the life of it.
Usually it's like a term, right? It's agreed upon term from the judge, depending on the severity of the issue. I'm pretty sure.
Damn, that's
kinda
still like
weird.
crazy to me. Like
5 years
if
is
a
a
guy
long time,
if a guy's beating up a girl and she wants a restraining order of him,
Should be
judge
forever.
for the judge to be like, okay, but only for 5 years. I'd be like, bro, what
Because
the
I think the
fuck?
thought process is after a year, that'd be all right.
It's like what's this, like a Tijuana court or some shit?
But it's
Nah,
also
but
but also when a guy beats up a girl, that's a very different.
Yeah,
like,
I
set
honestly
of
I think that's some
rules.
sort of mental sickness or something like that.
it has to be.
Yeah,
he
'cause-
definitely grew up in an abusive home.
Yeah.
I think I read somewhere that like he watched his like father like beat his mother or something
Yeah.
like that.
That
So-
sucks because it can either make you so extreme the opposite way, or you can end up being exactly like them.
Well, that's the thing too. It's like I'm not saying that to excuse his behavior, but
Mm-hmm.
because I know a lot of people now they'll take like these like past shit that happens to them and they try to make it as an excuse as if it's gonna work for them for their whole life.
Yeah.
Eventually, people just stop giving a fuck, and you're just a shitty ass fucking person.
Exactly.
So fix it, bitch.
because there's other people that don't do that.
Exactly.
That have been through the same things, maybe even worse, and still doesn't do it. So it
Because
doesn't give
empathy
you the
only
right-
goes a certain way. It's like I can be empathetic up to a certain point,
Yeah.
but you can't keep socking my eyes. And
Yeah,
then I'm like,
it's like-
oh, you grew up in a fucking abusive household.
It's okay. I understand empathy.
Yeah, to me that shit's just wild. Like to think about like a guy.
You just said you would do it for 10 G's, bro.
Hey,
That's what I'm saying.
I answered that shit way too quick. I'm gonna put that on record. I heard 10K. Your boy kind of went wild up in this bit. You know what I'm saying?
That changed my life.
Oh yeah, this make believe scenario automatically means you're a piece of shit, Alex.
I'm
Not
sorry.
me, because I said no. But you
You
you're a
didn't
piece
say
of
no.
shit.
Well, no,
say
you
no.
you said no after I said yes, and David was like, "You beat up a girl," and Nick's like, "Yeah, no."
No, I
wouldn't do it.
On the record, I think if we go back and play, I never said no. I said yes.
Yeah, I think you
100%.
did say yes, dude.
I did. Oh, I 100% said yes. I just never said no.
This
I
shit's
don't
crazy. That reminds me. Did you guys see the story about? I guess there was like this 22-year-old girl that went missing randomly, and then they just found
Dude.
now the boyfriends in.
think. Tiff just sent me the fucking thing.
Yeah, now the
Brian Landry.
Yeah.
is missing.
Who's that?
the guy's
The
missing.
fiance of missing 22-year-old Gabby Petito has also gone missing.
Wow.
So the girl has gone missing, and then so was the guy. So the guy probably dipped.
Yeah, because so the girl went missing. I just saw all this shit. So the girl went missing, and then I guess after a little bit, the boyfriend was in questioning now. He was the prime suspect. And they just released footage of cops getting called on them. Like they were out camping or some shit like that, and the cops got called because it was like some domestic shit, and they got called out, and it was the thing. But I guess now that guy's missing now too.
Yeah. They just reported this 2 hours ago.
Damn.
Wait, so this is a missing persons report.
Yeah. The woman was missing, the fiance, right? And then now
Who
the
reported her
FBI
missing?
I have no
forget.
idea.
I don't know.
Not sure.
I'm
the
not sure
family
about
did.
that.
The
Okay.
family did.
Yeah.
And then the FBI went to go look for her, and then now he's nowhere to be found.
But he became the suspect.
He's always the husband
It's always gonna be the
is
suspect.
always gonna be the suspect, no matter what.
Yeah, it's just like, did you guys ever watch that the documentary on Netflix, The Killer Next Door?
Yes.
Which
That
one's that
shit.
one?
It was
So-
the one. Yeah, it was the one it was the husband.
Yeah, the
Oh,
husband.
the one with the oil rig. He dropped the babies in the oil rig.
But
Yeah.
that shit was crazy, bro. And what's crazy is that the neighbor knew the whole time. The
Straight from the beginning.
The neighbor called that shit because they're in there watching this footage, and the guy leaves. He's like, "Hey, he's not acting right."
Yeah.
He's like, "He never talks this much." He's like, "Now this guy won't shut the fuck up."
Yeah. He goes,
Yeah.
well, let me surmise about what's going on here.
And they did a recap. We did a recap on JK News because the story came up. There was a lady who was like a psychologist or something, and she was trying to say that this guy, his name was Chris something or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
She was like going out there saying, "Oh, I'm an advocate for him. He didn't do it. There's no fucking way." And like they're kind of in a relationship. And all these women are trying to just send him fucking letters. Like they fucking love this guy. I don't know.
Even
what
though he
it is,
admitted
bro.
to doing it.
I don't know what the fuck it is about women that find a guy who killed their whole family.
Hello, my friends. Let's keep this podcast going and sponsored by our lovely sponsor, Current. My friends, if you are sick of the current banking system that you have with all their stupid fees, long lines, and clunky ass apps, then Current will be the one for you. I'm right there with you, man. Technology is improving at a rapid rate, and I want my banking to be just as easy, streamlined, and advanced as everything else. It's all about accessibility, and why should we always get surprised by weird fees when all I want is flexibility, freedom, and faster access to our damn money? Current is a tech company that lets you manage your money on your phone. Current believes banking should be more accessible and affordable, no surprises, and no minimum balances, which honestly is how it should always be. For a limited time, we partnered with Current to give $500 away. That's right. Current is going to give away $100 to 5 listeners of our show. All you have to do is download the Current app and enter our code BRAIN during sign up for a chance to win. Remember, that's BRAIN during sign up. Winners will be awarded soon, so don't wait. Download the Current app, sign up in less than 2 minutes, and enter code BRAIN for a chance to win. Visit current.com/brain for full terms and conditions.
They just are immediately like attracted to. Like I don't know. There's a certain type of person out there.
Who was
for
the
them.
really handsome serial killer?
Okay, we just watched the whole fucking thing. We were
Ted
talking about
Bundy?
JK News today. We were talking about Ted Bundy.
Yeah, the girls love
Dog,
him.
that guy is one of the creepiest motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life. Obviously, with the context of me knowing that he killed a bunch of people.
Yeah.
But
charming as fuck though, huh?
when he would talk, he in the courtroom, he did his own case.
Nick's like, he kind of made me start
I
acting
was
up
like,
a little bit.
fuck. I was like, my shirt was coming off, bro.
No, they also with the Night Stalker too.
But really,
Richard Ramirez. He wasn't even.
he was batshit crazy.
Yeah,
that motherfucker was
but
nuts.
girls, I remember my mom told me this story because they all lived out here, right? Because he killed people in this fucking neighborhood,
LA, Arcadia,
yeah, in
Pasadena,
this
like-
neighborhood, he fucking killed people, right? And it's just like I'm like, in this house that we're in, he killed people, David.
Jay was like, what the fuck?
No, but my mom even told me, she's like, I remember during that time because they all lived out here. She's like, we were terrified to go out. He's like, we were girls and shit, you know? And she was like, but she's like, I remember being so mad because she was like, there was girls at like our school and you'd go out and girls like this and girls wanted him so bad when he was on trial. She's like, I just remember being so mad. She's like, man, I can't even find a fucking boyfriend. And all these girls want to go and fucking be with Richard Ramirez.
Dog.
That shit's crazy to think
He's
about
a
though.
crazy motherfucker.
I'm telling you, man, girls just like guys with a little bit of mystery. You know what they want? They're trying to fix him. They're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
if he had this pussy, he would never.
That's true.
The
huh?
only thing he's murdering is my guts.
Ooh. But when you watch that, did you guys watch that documentary?
the Ted Bundy or the Night Stalker?
The Richard Ramirez one.
I was like, I don't know if I want to watch
Bro, you should. It's really good. But there is one so fucked up scene where this little girl, her mom, I think there was 2 little girls because he also raped little girls too, right?
cool.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
And so one of those, she was a badass at the age that she was because I remember they brought her in for questioning. This was in one of the scenes. Sorry, spoiler alert, but this shit's been out for fucking like a year now. And so they have the lineup, right? Where he's caught and they have the lineup and all that type of shit. And they were like being really nice to her because she was really young, like 5 or 6. She's like,
She's 5 and
5 or 6 or some shit. She's like, okay, like, you know, just, you know, if you see the guy, just, you know, kind of write it down, and they're like, immediately the little girl was like, okay, do you want me to spell number 3 or write the number 3? Like, she was just like immediately.
She knew exactly. Because Richard
exactly.
Ramirez is a very like unique looking guy, bro.
But there was one where he like stomped this girl's head out, right? It was this girl's daughter, dude. Right? So the daughter was at the what's it called? The court hearing. She's like, you'll never understand how it feels to sit there and then turn and see these girls that want this guy that literally murdered your mother by stomping her fucking face in. She's like, it was the weirdest thing for me to like, you know, process.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that's fucking crazy.
Because even when I watch the Ted Bundy thing, right? Obviously, nowadays we have so much more access to information. We understand like just the concept of mental health, right?
Yeah.
It's just so different now. But back then, like, they had no idea. They didn't know what the fuck was going on. They get all their news from the TV, and that's all they knew. But like when you see this guy fucking talk, like, I don't like, you just know that this dude
Something's off.
Yeah, something is off. Like something's not right, you know. And even the way he was, because I guess this is one of the first court cases that they filmed from beginning to end, and there was so much that would go on. Like the way he would kind of like shit on his attorneys and just like get him kicked off his team. Like he kept switching attorneys in, out, getting rid of them, especially when they would do a good job. He was like, yo, fuck you, you're out of here.
Is this
and
like
self-sabotage? Like,
is a documentary like the actual footage?
Yeah, and it's
okay.
him confessing on the tape. Because that's what the Ted Bundy tapes were. Like he's talking about all the people he murdered, and he kind of like liked the attention. And you could tell because he's a grade A narcissist. And anytime somebody would give him a compliment or they would say to him like, "Oh, you don't seem like a murderer," like he would like enjoy it. Like he loved it.
Thank you.
Anytime he can get more attention to himself, he would do it. Whether it's kicking off another attorney, where he could cross-examine the witness or whatever. He went to cross-examine a witness that saw him going into a house, but he was like very professional, very like methodical, and they turned out he was manic depressive, bipolar. And on opposite ends of the spectrum of his, you know, episodes, he would be very like cool, very relaxed. And then the opposite end, he'd be out there murdering chicks.
What's crazy is how like back in the day, how long it took or how long you could get away with that shit, right?
Yeah.
Because like nowadays you could, because like even that Killer Next Door shit, what set it off for them to get that Chris guy, I think it was a couple days after, but he was doing an interview on the news, and the lady asked him, the newscaster just decided to ask, so did you guys get into like any arguments or fights before she left? And he goes, yeah, you know, we were in an argument before she left, and maybe that's why she left. But immediately after that, they bring him in for questioning, right? They're like, look, you said that you got in a fight with your wife before she left. Now we have to question you. I was like, damn, bro, that was so quick.
Who was the person that Patton Oswalt's wife?
The Golden State Killer.
Yeah, and that
dude, silent. So we did Jake and he was a silent Mike, and we talked about it there. And he was like, "Oh, dude, I knew the guy. They lived in the same town. I guess Silent Mike's like dad used to coach their kids or something like that." And he was like, "I've been in the same room with this motherfucker, bro." And he goes like, "I remember his face because when he got arrested, the homies showed me the picture and was like, yo, you remember this dude?" He was like, "Fuck yeah, I remember this guy."
Like even their kids were like, "Yeah, my dad was a fucking psychopath." Like,
oh yeah, bro.
I don't really know anything about that.
I mean,
he was like, it was very similar to Richard Ramirez.
Yeah, you could watch it on I think on Netflix
HBO.
or Hulu. Oh, HBO.
Okay.
It's pretty fucking intense though. But just like what you were saying, in like Sacramento, right?
Yeah.
Sacramento's originally a farm town. Like, so, you know, whatever, 30 years ago or so, it was just all these houses were spread apart. So he was just murdering people left and right, but nobody was doing any follow-up. It's like, it would just happen back
They
in the day.
almost didn't believe that, like, because this is at a time where like serial killers weren't a thing. Like this wasn't known. Like, so they didn't think that these killings were connected by any means.
And one of the advice that the cops gave, or like the news was giving, is like, oh, he won't kill you if you're with somebody else, right? So there'll be 2 women together or something, or it'll be like a husband and a wife together. So he's like, oh, really? You don't think that I'll kill you if somebody else is there? So he would fucking rape the guy's wife in front of them with like a gun to like the back of her head.
Damn.
And then he would just fuck her.
That's what's crazy. And then they talked about
Sick
that.
fuck, dude.
He would put plates on the husband. He would make him like be in the kitchen, put a bunch of plates on him around him. So, and on top of him while he's laying down, he's like, if I hear plates move, I'm going to blow your wife's brains out. While he would go rape the wife in like a different room.
And then kill him anyways?
Yeah, like he would
Kill them anyways. And then he had a family and children, and his children hated him.
Yeah.
They're like, he's a fucking sick fuck.
Psychopath.
Yeah, sick fuck. And then even with the Ted Bundy stuff, right? Like it just shows the advice that people were getting because this is like super old timey. This shit would never fly today, bro. But they were talking about when you're getting raped, they're like, just let it happen. Because
what in the hell?
If you let it happen, then
They won't kill you.
They won't kill you. But it's like, dude, this is like such old timey men shit, right? Like for them to be giving that type of advice.
Just like when they said smoking cigarettes was okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's
it's
literally
like-
just a time thing, right?
Yeah.
But the Ted Bundy stuff to me was so crazy. The shit that this motherfucker got away with, because when he was in trial, he was only on trial for 2 murders.
Damn.
But they didn't know that he was killing all the way from California, and he got popped in Florida. But he made his way all the way across the state, killing all kinds of women. The official count is like 30 something.
Yeah.
But really, people think that he's killed over 100 people. A lot of Jane Does, people that they have no idea about.
Same with the Night Stalker.
Yeah.
So the Night Stalker actually went up to NorCal and killed a couple people up there and then came back down. But it's crazy because when you watch the documentary, it was back in the day, right? So they didn't have the technology we had and shit. But it also showed how like the news outlet and the media, they were like fucking assholes, right? Yeah. Because they interview one of the ladies, right? That was one of the news reporters going on it. And the FBI or whatever, I forget who was exactly on it, but they had like a specific piece of evidence, and it was a shoe. He always wore a specific fucking shoe that wasn't like a normal shoe that everybody wore, right? And it was the same size every single time, and it was like an Avila shoe or some shit like that. But they had this knowledge, and then so like in their head, they're like, all right, we cannot let this get out, because if he finds out we know what shoes he's wearing, right? Then he's gonna start changing his fucking shoes and
That's the only lead we have. Yeah,
that's the only lead that they had so far. And for some way, one of the news reporters, this lady, found out. So they were talking with the police, and then she had just kind of threw it in their face. Oh, like yeah, it's because like the shoe that he wears, and they're like,
oh my god,
how the fuck do you know about that?
Kill her. Get rid of her.
And then they were like, you can't let that out. And they had to come to an ultimatum of, well, you got to give us an interview and we won't say it.
Wow.
It's like, bro,
That's
you
that
guys,
media life, bro.
You guys are literally like putting more lives in jeopardy because you want to do that shit.
Would have just fucking killed her on the spot.
Yeah.
Made it look like an accident.
What shoes?
But same with him. Like,
Exactly.
At the end of it, they're talking about some murders like Jane Doe's and shit that they never solved. That, like, after all that, kind of had shit that almost looked like it was probably him, and they found out like he was going back and forth. So there was probably a lot of unsolved murders that he did out there and shit. But
and they can't
Dude,
connect
that girl's going
Yeah.
to hell. That reporter.
Yeah,
or
that's
the
fucked up,
guy.
bro.
Was the guy?
it was
or
a girl, yeah.
Oh.
But it's just like, bro, like
She's going to hell.
It's
for
almost like
sure.
they're like threatening, like, oh well, yeah, you had to give us an interview. So like, he's like, I did the interview, and like he was kind of like very just like short answered, stern with it, because like he don't want to do that shit, right? Yeah. But like that shit was crazy to just even see, like, bro, like people are getting killed, and you're over here
I
talking
don't
about
trust
a story?
nobody out in these streets, dude.
Yeah.
Anybody who's charming, fuck them, dude.
Low key, if your shit don't stink, bro.
Hey, that's why I stay low key. You guys know me by now. If I don't really know you,
I didn't get to know this dude for 6 years.
Hey, I'm quiet until I start to actually like know you, because I'm like,
People are weird though. Like these guys are very good at opening up, and they start telling you things. And I've been finding out like similar traits of all these people that I met who have been really weird and crazy people are people who meet you once and they start telling you everything about their life.
Yeah, they're too comfy.
Those people are the ones you have to worry about. It's actually a sign of borderline personality disorder. Like when they come up to you and they just start opening up their heart and everything, and they try to connect you by telling you all their deep, darkest secrets.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest things. And I have met so many people like that. It's gotten to the point where I'm just like, bad sign.
yeah. I mean, like he said, like he was joking, but for real, like when me and David first met each other, we didn't talk that much. Like I was just like, I don't really know David. I know that what he does, but I ain't trying to like talk, We're we're not homies yet, you know? And that's how I've always been growing up. It's like, and I think it's kind of because of my dad, because my dad's quiet and kind of like stern and shit, but he grew up out here when it was bad in LA. You know, he's Salvadorian and he grew up out here, you know, at the time with like MS and shit like that. So, you know, he kind of always has just been, you know, you look straight, you do your shit, you don't stare at people. Man, I can't tell you how many times if we got caught staring, my dad would be like, "What the fuck are you doing? Stop fucking staring." Like, we would get in trouble.
Good father.
Or you're fucking spaghetti, man.
No,
What the
dude.
fuck?
I was like, I love you, Dad. I'm looking at you.
No. But
I
like,
look up to you.
Yeah.
I dare you. I'll square up.
no, not staring at him. We can stare at our dad. But I mean, it's like,
What, do you love me or something?
No,
Quit
but
staring
like-
at me.
Bro, I thought you were looking at your dad. He's like, the fuck are you looking at, bitch?
so what the
I did
fuck?
too.
He's like, "What up, Buster?" I'm like,
Square
"Dad."
up then. Square up then.
No, but like anywhere, like if we stared at someone in public, if we pointed at somebody, god damn, my
Bro,
dad would
remember,
flip out.
like that shit used to like if you pointed at somebody, my parents used to get fucking so mad at me.
Man.
That shit don't happen no more.
My dad. No, but I know people like that. Dude, my homie Aaron does that shit sometimes, bro. He's one of those people where you're like, hey, don't turn around and like right now and stare at them, but like, hey, look at this person who be like,
Who?
I'm like, bro, I literally just said don't
I know.
fucking
Hey,
turn
the
around.
social cues are missing with Aaron.
I'm like, fuck, Aaron.
They're a little bit
He's like-
missing with him.
And then like the other person I know too, it's happened so many times, like at the gym and shit. We're like, dude, like, oh, there's that person. Like, who? Him? I'm like, bro, why are you pointing?
I'll kill you right
You
now.
might as well walk up and be like, this guy?
Yeah. I'm like, why are you pointing? Like, but my dad used to flip out on us and shit like that.
Look,
But
Alex getting stressed right now. He's like,
I know, but no, I mean, that's how it is.
Hey,
but,
when you point at somebody you're talking, that's like mad disrespect,
Yeah,
dude.
bro.
But no,
I
just
start
like,
from the back here and I go right down here like
dude,
that.
it's fun. Okay, going back to the Ted Bundy thing, right?
Yeah.
This motherfucker is in court. He's giving his final statement and he's talking to the judge and he's pointing his finger. And the judge is like, you better not point that finger at me. You better point that finger somewhere else. And he's like,
he starts dancing.
he
He's
kind of
like-
moaned and shit. Like he was like, yeah. And he put his hand in his pocket and
Yeah.
he stopped real quick though. He's
Yeah.
like,
Better cut that. He judged
You better-
Joe Mathis his
yeah,
ass
he's like, hey,
off.
you better not point at me.
I feel that though, because like people that are just like I'm not saying you can't be friendly, but that are just like way too friendly. Like if a motherfucker I've never met comes to me,
What you want?
Hey, what's up? Starts hugging me and shit.
But it's
I'm
also
like,
read the room though.
I don't even know you, dude.
gotta read the
like
room.
chill.
Yeah.
And especially with you, right? You're a person of influence. When someone comes at you very hard and is like, "Oh, I want to help you with, like, I want to do stuff for you," what's your normal response? Do you can't get kind of like,
Oh, you know how I
Hey,
respond.
this is hey, this is
Nick, you've seen it before.
This is his response right here. That Tito hand come out.
Tito hand,
He
dude.
like shit, tap, tap, tap.
He's like, "You better back up."
Dude, I was at a wedding not too long ago, and then there was somebody getting a little too friendly with me. You know, I'm very nice or whatever, but you know, we all drinking or whatever, whatnot, right? But then
Grabbing the inner thigh and shit?
just telling this guy like, "Hey, man, like I don't want to drink with you, right? Because I don't really know him like that, right? And plus, like, I'm chilling.
Was he a fan?
Yes, and I don't want to get too drunk, right? So I gotta. Oh, that's just a screen.
Okay.
So I want to make sure that I'm still sober or whatever. But just kept coming up to me over and over and over again. And then you know what happened? That little smile came out. I started smiling. I'm like, "What's up?" And then literally my friend comes over. He goes, "Hey, I'm gonna bring you over here." And he takes the dude away a little
Oh,
bit.
he knows you,
Yeah,
huh?
he goes, I'll take the shot with you. I'll take the shot with you, right? He goes, "All right, well, I'm coming back with 6 more. You gotta smash all of these with me." And he's like,
my
"No. I'm gonna
God.
take 1 shot with you. We're gonna take the shot and go away."
Yeah.
He's like, no, just me and you, in a different room.
And then, yeah, take your pants off. But they were, he was talking, and then my buddy's super fucking nice, and I just see him in the distance go like this. He goes like that. So now he's like cursing him out.
Yeah.
And then he comes back. I was like, "What happened?" He goes, "I was gonna fuck that fool up." I was like, "See, you're not any better than me, dude.
Yeah.
You about to do the same shit I was gonna do."
Yeah, some people are just too persistent. Like,
Yeah.
like for real, no means no.
Yeah, dude. He was
Guys
a little
or girl.
rapey.
Yeah, like don't be raped, especially with another dude. You can't be if you're a guy and you want to hang out with another guy. If you give any rapey vibes, that's
like,
never
bro, I
gonna
don't
happen.
want- yeah.
You guys will never be friends.
Yeah.
So fucking end it now.
I
okay?
know. I just never understood. Yeah, just like Nick was talking about, like reading the room. Like it's weird how some people just can't do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now that you're talking about the wedding, it reminds me. So I was at my boy Alfonso's wedding, like the reception, and I don't know. Some one of his family members was dating this guy at the time. They're not dating anymore, so I could say it, whatever. But
shit.
Like supposedly he did Muay Thai or he did it at one point, right?
Oh, I
and I
hate
was
these
already training.
dude.
But I just remember sitting there and like knowing the story now, like they weren't really ever close with this guy or whatever like that. But it's Alfonso's wedding and I'm sitting there looking at him and this guy's just literally, it's like a movie scene. This guy's here talking his ear off. And Alfonso is very quiet. He's a normal quiet person. If you don't know him, like he's very quiet. And I just see Alfonso going like, looking around. He's like, I'm just laughing like, hey, bro, this boy talking to Alfonso's ear like crazy. I'm all telling Aaron, I'm like, dude, look at this shit. And we were laughing so hard. And then I went up to get a drink and he's like, hey, Alex. I look, he's like, come here real quick. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Alfonso said that.
Yeah. And he's like,
he's passing the buck.
And then straight up, he goes, hey, Alex trains Muay Thai.
This was fucked up. Fucked up.
And then the guy's like, oh, you do? Where you train, right? And it's like, I'm like, just being nice and like say Nick is Alfonso, right? I'm like, yeah. And I look, Alfonso's gone.
Hey, classic. I
I'm
do
like,
that. Hey,
bruh.
you know who does that? Your boy does that.
And so I talked to him for a little bit, and then finally, I just had to go like, hey, bro, I gotta, my homie's here by himself too. I'm gonna go over there and chill with him. Oh, for sure. And I went to, I'm like, boy, you just left me here with this motherfucker.
Boy, you just, and you know what sucks though? Because like part of you doesn't obviously want to talk to this guy, right? Actually, not part of you, like most
all of me, because I
all of
don't
you.
know him at all.
But then sometimes, like I've been in that situation too, where I just feel kind of bad because you're like, this guy he's just bad at talking to people, like really bad. And sometimes you feel bad, but then he talks to you again, and then you're like, all right, this is it.
I give a lot of chances, dude. It's like, because I'm very good at like ending conversations precisely, and it's not small hints. It's just, but it's very polite.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey man, it was great talking to you. I have other people I want to talk to right now, but it was good connect, and they just keep going.
If somebody hits you with that, don't talk to them again.
They're like, no, it's okay. So basically, what I was doing,
bro, let them. If somebody leaves a conversation like that,
let me go.
they don't want to talk to you,
bro. But
And
even
that's
if the
fine.
conversation has to get to that point,
Yeah.
like I can, like I said, it's the social cues, right? I can already start to feel when someone's like done talking, and I'll be at that point like, all right, cool, I'll let you get back to your shit, dude.
Yep.
I feel like I shouldn't. I mean, I'm sure it happens and you don't read it every time, but like,
Yeah, man.
I feel weird. I would feel weird and feel bad if I got to a point where I'm talking to someone and be like, all right, hey man, sorry, bro. I gotta go talk to these other people though. Like if it got to that point, I'd be like, oh fuck,
shit,
man,
I
that
was
is
talking too
much.
But that's really what it is, though. Like I'll let people know. It's like, well, it's a wedding too, because I am going to talk to other people.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm here with friends. I'm not gonna. You're a stranger. I'm not gonna sit here for the majority of the wedding.
That's the thing.
And talk to you.
If you're a stranger too,
Yeah,
bro,
it's
you
like-
should know.
So like,
And if it happens naturally, let it happen.
Yeah.
Because at no point in time would you ever, if you're having a good conversation with somebody that you just met, it'll just flow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you guys end up in the room together. You guys are
Also,
kissing,
too, like,
whatever,
You guys are kissing, you're taking
y'all
shots
kiss,
in the
you know
other
what I
room,
mean? Y'all trying to hang
pants
out
are
the
off.
next day. You know what I mean? It's
All of a sudden,
good.
you guys own a dog together. It's gonna die in 13 years, but it's all good.
You guys gonna move in? It's all good.
oh man, I found out I'm gay. Guys, this is my coming out moment.
You just found the love of your life, and that's fine.
Penis
but
smells
if it
great.
doesn't happen that way, you can't force it.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah, it's just like even with this wedding, like talking to this dude, I was very straightforward. It's like, hey, I gotta stay sober. I drove here, so I don't want to drink. I was like, let's kill it.
Oh, can I buy you more shots? Well, let me buy. Come on,
It
just
was
one
it was
shot,
literally,
bro.
I shit you not, probably over 10 or 12 times. That's way too generous.
I
at this
hate
point.
him. I hate I'll buy you another shot, motherfucker.
So 10 or
bro.
12
Like, I ain't
times,
gonna
very
drink.
generous. I was very stern too. And if it gets to the point where I'm smiling, somebody's about to get socked.
There's like, I said no, I don't want a fucking shot, dude.
And I literally cue one of my buddies like, oh shit. He just starts like speed walking towards me. He goes, hey, we gotta bring you away.
When I'm in that situation, if someone's like, "Oh, yo, like, let me buy you a drink," I'm like, "I actually don't drink, but Alex will drink with you," and that's what I'll do. And I'll leave.
And that's why you're a terrible
And
friend.
I don't even. And he know I don't drink either.
But
So he's
yeah,
like,
that's why it's funny because the guy will go up to Alex and be like, "Oh, let me buy you a drink," and then Alex will be like, "Oh, I don't drink," and then that guy looks moted.
You just got to go through therapy mode. So, do you want to buy me a drink because you're looking for companionship?
Ooh,
What happened to you?
just be like, why?
And he goes,
Why?
That's too real. And he walks away and cries. Well, guys, that wraps up this episode of the Genius Brain Podcast.
Don't be annoying, okay? Don't be annoying out there.
Yeah, man. I'll fill out conversations.
And love your dogs because you don't have them for that much. You don't
Specifically,
have that
Nick,
long.
dude. He doesn't have any time left with this dog.
Hey, you know what, man? I'm out of here, dude.
Everybody
Bullshit.
messaged Nick with just good, heartfelt messages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Send him blessings, dude. You can catch Nick at
My
Nick
dog
the
is
Ear.
fine, all right? He's good.
Nah, not really. You can catch Alex.
I'll beat all your asses, bro. I'm telling you. You pass away this week. Ooh, you got this month even, bro.
That's Lift God with 3 Fs. You can see them at their own podcast at We Out Here MMA, where they talk about fighting and scrapping and diddly daddling.
Diddly daddling. Mostly diddly daddling.
With the
Diddly-daddling.
pizza nip pepperoni Nits Gilbert.
When you can get Gilbert on?
Oh, we gotta do that soon, actually.
Yeah.
Before he gets too famous for those nipples.
I know. Shit.
See y'all next time. Peace.